going to make NeatBalls next. Instead of meatballs on the cleanse, we will have NeatBalls. Oh, so neat. So we have 1/3 of the nut pate base that we already made. And now we're just gonna add 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, some basil, salt, pepper, and cayenne. That's it. That's the great thing about making a sort of universal nut base that works with multiple recipes, is when you go to make each one, it's really not that much more work. So I'm gonna make sure, get the seeds and pulp out of here, and I wanna add just about 1 teaspoon, not too much. And then we're gonna add some basil. Now I've already rinsed this basil and let it dry. We're gonna go ahead and chiffonade this basil real small so we get it nice and minced in here. Now I like a lot of basil fresh on my Italian food, so I'm gonna save a little bit here to put right on the dishes. Now, if you wanted to add other Italian spice, you certainly could. You could go nuts with some fresh oregano or, you know, whatever sort of Italian spice combos that you like to put in there. You can add more garlic. Again, these are nuts and vegetables, so it's fine to go ahead and taste these and see where you're at. Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you need more or less of something? The flavors will become a little bit more pronounced as the dishes sit and as they dehydrate, either in your dehydrator or in the oven. So you want to keep that in mind. You don't want to go too overboard. And because food doesn't get piping hot in the dehydrator, it just gets warm, I do like to go ahead and add just a touch of cayenne to these. And the reason for that is so it kind of mimics in your mouth the feeling of having nice, hot, fresh meatballs right out of the sauce. So I go ahead and put a little bit of cayenne in there. Okay, so we have nice, finely chopped basil. We have our lemon juice already in there. This is going to require just a tad bit more salt. And again, we want to add that cayenne, just to give it a little bit of a kick. If you don't like cayenne, then you could definitely omit it. But cayenne has other benefits outside of taste and outside of making the dish feel like it has a little bit of heat to it. It's also a great detoxifier for the body. So to add it in here and there to recipes is also really, really good for you. Nice. Smells of fresh cracked black pepper, and that's it. And we're going to take our oh so clean hands once again, and we're going to get in here and mash this up. Now you could probably do this pretty well with a fork, but you know what? These are little meatballs, and you need to make sure all of this is completely incorporated. So just go ahead and get your hands right in there, mix this up, and then we're just going to roll these into perfectly round little balls, and we are going to set them on a dehydrator tray. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna give that a little taste. Delicious. Love it. I'm gonna rinse that off of there. Grab a dehydrator tray. Okay, now if you do not have a dehydrator, you won't have these funny looking little sheets here. And you'll want to use a cookie sheet that has been lined with parchment paper. Okay, so cookie sheet with parchment paper if you don't have those. If you do have these, dehydrator, good for you. You're gonna get so much use out of this thing. Okay, now we have a few different dishes, or we might have a few different recipes or different meat-like products. So on this cleanse, we're gonna have the NeatBalls, the falafels, and the Latin patties. So I like to go ahead and make them shaped just a little bit differently. That way, if someone reaches into the fridge to grab a quick snack, they're gonna be able to tell by the shape which one it is. So even if they're not quite sure by the look of it on the outside, they'll definitely be able to tell from the shape. So the NeatBalls I make perfectly round. And we're gonna go ahead and roll each and every one of these and put them on the tray. We're gonna put them into the dehydrator at 105 degrees until they're dry to the touch. We're gonna turn them over and let them dry some more. And then we'll serve those warmed clear through. It's great to have these on a zucchini pasta. You just use the pasta that's called a vegetable spiralizer. You use the vegetable spiralizer to make pasta noodles out of your zucchini or summer squash. You could use other things, but those are my 2 favorites. And then you top it with a raw marinara sauce with a couple of these on top. Whew, delicious. Okay, so not too much more here. We'll go ahead and get these rolled up and into the dehydrator, and then we will try them on top of some raw marinara.